I guess, you know, hold on a second here. There I have the creation kit open, and you can see the manual quest. On the first lesson, I explained exactly how to create the quest and create the character, the NPC that will give out the quest. I also dove a little bit into the interface, and we created the quest. We ran into a few problems. I figured out the problem, so I want to, like, you know, clarify exactly what went wrong with this. Okay, so when the quest was created, um, there's nothing that needs to be put here anymore. We're just calling it Emmanuel's errand, and priority 0 to make it, you know, the most important quest for Emmanuel to be picked up by the game. So when I went into scenes, this scene went okay. He says, "Hey there, can you help me for a second? I need a package delivered." This is where things went wrong. See, everything here is fine. It picks him up. It picks his data, and it imports it into the quest. So it finds Emmanuel, finds that very specific character, um, which is that's why the condition is if the condition is get ID Emmanuel, and then his voice type also has Emmanuel, well, then that's what it's looking for. It tells the creation kit this is the specific NPC that we're looking for to give give this information, this scene, this data, all that stuff specifically to. So that worked out just fine. And we told the character, because here we have Emmanuel, we created a scene, and we have two specific characters. Characters, call them actors, call them characters, whatever you want. Okay, so it's two specific actors. Um, okay, so it's got the data from the player default. I also put him as a quest aliases so that the data is picked up from the player and Emmanuel. So okay, so here's what I did. When it says when he's speaking those lines, we have a phase where it waits 4 seconds so that this line finishes and it doesn't overlap this next one, in which okay, even though it says right here the greeting, the start phase, and it's on player default, this is very important. Right here is the alias for the other actor, which is Emmanuel. So this action tells him to stay in the scene and do not do anything. Just stand still as the scene is going on. And then over here, the player, it specifically targets the player to say this. Okay, I'll think about it. What is this all about? And so the player is targeted to say that. And that's why it says get is ID player. So it knows that it is the main character. It's you. So it says that, it goes through that, and then it goes back to this NPC, which is the other actor, and that's why it's placed down here. Don't place this up here. Place this down here. You want everything organized so that it works right. So then he says, this place is crawling with raiders. This place is crawling with raiders. I can't get to my destination. It's too dangerous. And right here, if you wanted to, you can continue adding more lines to him. So you can say, okay, it's crawling with raiders. I need someone to deliver this package to a woman named I don't know, well, we'll call her Jennifer. Okay, I need someone to deliver this package to a woman named Jennifer. And then from here, you could say, it is a special. It is a special clock from her husband. There's a special clock from her husband. Wait, I misspelled husband. Cool. Okay, there's a special clock from her husband. Okay. So he's going to say these three things first. And I technically, I don't have to do anything else. It knows that. But just to be absolutely positively sure, let's make sure that the quest alias is in fact Emmanuel. Emmanuel's the one that's saying this. Okay, so with that being said, that's all you need to do from here on. Okay, so it tells Emmanuel, which is the one that's speaking, to face the target player ref and to keep his action, to keep his target on when the whole thing ends, when that action ends. So I'm going to save it. When this action ends, he's going to keep he's going to keep his target. And so here we're going to say we're going to go back to the player. What is the player going to say? Okay, I'll think about it. What is this all about? And let me have a look at this again. We know that the speaker NPC is player. So I'm going to copy this, and this is how you copy a condition. Just copy the condition. You could copy all the conditions too, but I'm just going to copy this condition. And then I'm going to go hit OK. And over here, I'm going to add another one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new action, and it's going to be a new piece of dialogue. And what the player is going to do is going to keep his target is going to be facing Emmanuel, and it's going to be the actor player default. It already sets that up for you because it knows that it's already set up as that in the actors, this part right here. Okay, so I created a new empty form of dialogue in which the player is going to say, okay, what should he say? Okay, sounds. Well, I know a guy named Emmanuel, and that's the first thing that came into my mind. Okay, so he's gonna say, the player's gonna say, I don't know. Okay. Just give him just I don't know what okay. If this place is so dangerous, I just want to do an example, but how should I go about this? It says well, I'll do it. Well, I'll do it for a price. Mind, it seems okay. Well, I'll do it for a price. I won't do it for free. How about that? I won't do it for free. If you have some caps, I'll consider it. Okay, I'll consider it. So there we go. And so I'm going to paste the conditions. So now we know that we can do that here, and we can continue on with the plot, or continue on with the quest. So okay, everything looks fine there. Don't really need to do anything else here. If I want to, let's just say this. I go back into his line that he says. It's just going to be one little line. And here, I could use an archetype of the face for what he's gonna, what facial expression he's gonna give. So okay, so I'm gonna give him the facial expression of thinking, and I'm gonna hit OK, and always apply and OK, and then save it. Control S, or hit the file thing. So to make sure you don't want to lose all the information of all the shit that you did. So here we go. Okay, so now I'm at phase 4, and the characters are still they're having their conversation, and I'm at the very end. I'm going to add a new phase. Insert phase at the end. You could also insert a phase if you're like working on phase 3. You can insert a phase before, to extend the length of that the length of that scene. Okay, so we're just going to continue extending this a little bit further. Make sure that they're staying in place where they are. Okay, so I'll do it for a price. I won't do it for free. If you have some caps, I'll consider it. And right here, I can do a new action. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do NPC response dialogue. Wait, no, player dialogue, my bad. So player dialogue. And this is where things get a little bit complicated and confusing. So the response text, cancel. And you end up with this big old freaking, this window of a bunch of options that you can choose. And so let me get into details exactly what all this is. Okay, so here This is yes, that's the window for the dialogue options. So you got right here to explain it. You got your head tracking. Who's gonna head track? So face target, head track player, and we're on phase 5. Dialogue target is going to be, uh, you know what? I don't remember. If the actor, okay, the dialogue target is going to face Emmanuel. So audio output override. You could also use this to make it sound like, different. Like you can give them reverb, or you can make them sound like kind of a like he's talking to through an intercom and stuff like that. But anyways, get back to the point. All those little details. All this not really that important. You can name it too. I'll just name this one um, dialogue player options um, manual quest. Okay, so let's go with the positive. Says you could say um, response text. Let me see how. Okay, the way that you do this, I just got to be absolutely positively sure about what it is that I'm doing here. Okay, you could say, okay, yes, I'll accept your quest. Okay, yes, I'll accept your quest. And same function, paste conditions. It's going to be the player. Okay, yes, I'll accept your quest. And right here, this is the thing, and I have to absolutely remember this because when he says it, when the prompt happens. Okay, so if the prompt says, but I don't know if I'm doing this completely correctly. Okay, um, accept. If I did this right, then the NPC dialogue, when you're talking to him, that will say accept. And then if he say here, okay, no. And I can choose share response data, and I could do player, filter by player. Okay, wait, no. Is that it? Yeah, player, there it is. That's the filter correctly. Player barter, positive, negative. So what will we say? I don't need anything. That's one. I can keep changing it. Look around for the one that I'm looking for. Not right now. Okay, and that's taken directly from the game itself. And it's going to use the file data from that. Okay, so paste condition. Get player actor. Okay, that's good. Okay, that looks okay, and that looks good. You don't need to do this, but sometimes I do it anyways just to make sure, just to be completely absolutely sure. And then okay, so shared, not right now. And then I go here, and actually, you know what? I'll go here instead. And this will make things a lot easier for you to, when you're dealing with your scenes. So you end running scene right there but when this little piece of text happens. So he will not have a response. He won't say anything. It will just end the scene right here. And neutral response, you could say, I'll think about it. That sounds like an appropriate thing to say. Okay, so filter. Let's go with negative. So the filter here is going to be negative. Barter negative. Oh wait, no. You could go with neutral actually. Neutral. You could use negative too. Okay, I misspelled that. Neutral. Player barter neutral. I think I soaked up some rads out here. You could make them say that too. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. I'll think about it. And once again, end running scene. There you go. And since this question response, I'm not going to have them say anything. You could say, okay, where am I supposed to go? Do you know where this place is, or such and such? No, forget that. Delete it, empty. We're done. So with that being said, when you get to the dialogue point where where you get those four commands, four options, the question is going to be completely empty. It's not even going to say question. And I did it a couple of times where I forgot to delete the damn question. And here's the thing, people probably thought that I was going to put something there. Question. It's like fuck. It's like when I saw it, it's like I forgot to delete that. There's no question there. So there. Make sure that is correct. Save it again. Control S. Yes, you can. There's a special way that you can actually make even more dialogue lines usable, and you can reuse them over and over again. And that's something that's really convenient about the creation kit is that let's just say you have a bunch more lines that you want the player to say at a certain point in time, but you only got the neutral or you got the negatives or you got all that stuff. No, you can add more if you want. And then it's like if I need Quentin to like say several things for if I want him to say the same thing for like different how do I say it for different circumstances, I can, and I just say, okay, well, I got this line already. I don't have to like re-record it. And not only is that very convenient, but it also saves us space. And there's a way to do that, but I'm not going to go into detail about how that's done just right now. But it goes in what is it in player dialogue? Is it? No, 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 no. I'll just show you real quick where it goes. Is it miscellaneous? Yes, right here. It's in miscellaneous. All the extras are here. Like you got greeting. Then here you got okay when players idle, when et cetera, et cetera. And furniture, activate furniture, all that stuff. And you could add all that stuff here and create shared 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 text. And the way to do that is creating new topics and stuff. But we're not going to do that right now. That is I say that's for another that's for another time. That's for another lesson. We'll go deeper into that because quests can get really complicated. I mean, just look at all these tabs. We haven't even covered everything here yet. We're just going to cover what's important and to get this thing to work. Okay. So yes, I'll accept your quest. So what happens? So we get here, which Emmanuel's going to respond with. Okay. I'm going to give him a new condition, voice type. Whoops. Voice. Get his voice type. Emmanuel voice type. Remember, if it's Emmanuel voice type, which is a unique actor, Terry. Okay, so a unique voice type, you're going to get him to say, "Great, I'll pay you 1,000 caps." Great. I'll pay you 1,000 caps. 1,000 caps. 500 for the job. 500 for hazard pay. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Hit OK. And what's going to happen here is that you will see, because right there it didn't show, it still doesn't show that. Great, I'll pay you 1,000 caps for 500. Okay, there's no voice type here. I don't know why that's like that. Scene. I don't know what went wrong here. It might actually be fine the way it is, but just want to be absolutely positively sure because no voice type is showing. Okay, this is probably because of this. Just to be certain. Okay, get his voice type. So what I did here was I just went run on quest alias Emmanuel. If his voice type is that, okay. And so here it should appear there. There it goes. Okay, wait, no, it says player voice type. This is not right. None of it is right. Okay, if quest alias Emmanuel is voice type. I don't know why it goes straight to player voice. So I'm just going to go over this a couple of times just to make sure, so that says Emmanuel voice type. So you know what? Instead of doing that shit, because it's already getting on my nerves. Okay, alias. You know what? Let's look for the alias. Condition function alias. Get is alias ref. Emmanuel, okay. No voice type. What is going on here? I go straight to voice type that. Player. New. Okay, we'll just go with this. There's several ways to do this, but we just want to be right. It is. And I think it just crashed too. Give it a moment. There it goes. This is very, very unusual. Let me put it down here. There we go. You see how quickly I was able to fix that by just moving one thing from one area to the other? And so, okay, yes, I'll accept your quest. So let's just make sure that the player is the one that's saying this. Yes. Okay, so I'm fixing that. Great. I'll pay you 1,000 caps, 500 for the job, etc., etc. You don't have to have this there anymore. Get his ID. Okay, I know what went wrong, but voice type. So I'm going to change this because this is the way I like to do it. I want to just make sure that it's all correct. Manual voice type. So from there, great, I'll pay you whatever, whatever. Everything's still correct. Okay, and then at the end, when it ends, right here, when this scene, when this phase of the scene ends, we're going to change this set to set parent quest stage to 10. Okay, so now we're done here. And when you say not right now, it ends it. And this one, I'll think about it also. You know what? Let me copy this. I'm going to copy this so that we don't have to redo things over and over. So let me just copy that over here. And how do I copy it? I mean, how do I paste it? You know what? Fuck it. We're just going to go here anyways. I'm just going to paste the condition to get his ID. No, voice type. Get voice type, and we'll just go with Emmanuel again. Hit OK. So now everything, do nothing at the very end, and just let's just go end running scene. Nothing in specific, and we're just going to say, okay, Emmanuel's just going to say. Okay, so Emmanuel is going to say, okay then, well, let me know if you change your mind. That's it. NC, let me know if you change your mind. I'll be here. I'll be here. There, that's good. That's good enough. So, okay. So this is what happened. Okay. And it says delete it right there. It keeps it there in case you like change your mind. If you don't want to undelete it, you can just go back on it and hit delete. And again. And there it is. But it's going to be deleted, and the next time it compiles, it will disappear. Okay, so well, let me know if you change your mind. That's it. It ends the scene. All things are looking okay. This is not necessary. But if you want to, like, you know, that's kind of like more of a safe. I don't know what it is. The words always leave my mind. Safety measure. Okay, everything. I'm just making sure that everything looks fine. Okay, so here we are. And what's going to happen here is that the scene is going to change. This thing has to have a condition for how the scene is going to play out. But I'll get to that in a moment. What we need to do here is to make sure that when you get the job, you end the scene too. So let me see. Let me end the scene. End running scene from here. From the you end the scene from when Emmanuel says his line, instead of doing it from this side. If you're just saying, like, you know, not right now, okay, it's fine to end it here. But it's for these two right here, because he's actually saying something, you make the scene end after he says that. And this one's just completely empty. There's nothing here. Okay, so apply that once again. Okay, save it. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this shit. Okay, so we have to make sure that this scene starts only in the condition that this quest, the stage, get stage, I think it is. It's called get stage on a manual quest is the value of 0. Get stage, okay, there it is. So these 3 conditions will make him say that, only if that's like that. Okay, so apply. And so when the stage is set to 10, it will be this one, Emmanuel Quest 2. And so let me add a new actor. And the first one that I'm going to add is, well, the player reference. You could go player default. That's even better than doing anything else. That's another way to do it. You can either use alias or player default. It doesn't matter. The good thing about using player reference, which is an alias that's on the quest, is that you can give the player certain special how do you say it? Special parameters to the alias that might attribute to the quest. And that I can go into detail later on. Okay, so now I added the player default, and then let me also add a manual because this conversation is going to require another conversation. So now that the quest has started, go back to go back to MISC, and in his greetings, you create a new greeting. And here we go. Here we're going to create a new greeting. And no, you don't want it like this. So let's go back over here. What you want is you just want to make sure that it is Emmanuel. Wait, oh, wrong thing. Voice type. And always do this first before, like, actually creating your thing, because what it's going to end up doing is going to make copies. Yeah, okay. Get stage is going to be used a lot, so memorize that one. So get voice type is going to be Emmanuel. And the reason why I'm doing I'm taking these safety measures is because when I do this, it will not record the same sound into every single type of player, raider, guard, all that stuff. Because if you do that, it's gonna make a copy of the play of whatever you recorded into every single one of those folders, and that's just a bunch of fluff. You don't need that shit. All you want is Emmanuel's voice. That's it. So he's gonna say, "Okay, let me know when you got the job done. Let me know. Let me know when you got the job done. Come back to me, and I'll give you your caps." That's it. What happened? Oh, I put that in the prompt. My bad. I didn't need to. That was the wrong place. Right here. I'll give you your caps. I just copy and paste that right there into the new response. So I can record that onto there if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. So, okay, come back to me when you get the job done. Come back. Okay, let me know when you get the job done. Come back to me. I'll give you your caps. That's it. So, and right here, in running scene, nothing's going to happen. Get voice type. Get set stage. Get stage. Manual quest. 10. Actually, you know what? Let's not do running scene. Okay. Okay, let me know when you got the job done. And to do this, you could do an auto greet. Scenes. Let's go here and we'll go player dialogue and start greeting. That's not necessary. So I'm going to click cancel on all that, and I'm just going to do that. And it'll come back over here to the greeting, it'll show you that. Did it work? Okay, let me know when you got the job done. So that thing it should be there. That's odd. Normally, if I chose this, that's the thing that should appear there. But, it is Creation Kit, so See, you can make this shared info group. You can move to topic, manual quest, action 9, okay, action player 3. Dialogue. Ah, okay, I know what's wrong. I know what I did wrong. It's no big deal. Okay, go back to miscellaneous, and this is how you get that on there. You go to okay, let me know when you got the job done, and this is okay. Go to scene. Okay, 2. This is what happens. You start scene 2, phase none, everything, and now what's going to happen here is that now that I put that there, it's going to appear right there. There it is. It's perfect. And let me delete this. Remove that from there. That doesn't need to be there. So that's going to start this phase. And it says, okay, let me know when you got the job done. Come back and I'll give you your caps. And I'm going to have the player say something for that. And you know, I could put a timer here so that you know, the response happens, whatever. Max seconds, I'll just put it at 4. And you know, he could continue doing what he's doing because he's not really paying that much attention to you, and you're not paying that much attention to him. So you wait the 4 seconds, and you go here. I'm going to put another dialogue, another piece of dialogue for the player. And what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to choose something. Okay, that's all it's going to say. But the target is going to be the player ref, so that, wait, no, you can face the target and keep player. No, that's not. None of that's important. All I want to do is this. Go here. So we got our empty bullshit right here. And you don't need that, so I'll cancel it. The response text is going to be share response. So the share response is going to be positive. And we're going to put, hopefully this is, shit. Positive. I'm pretty beat up. Okay, it says got roughed up. What is this? All I want is okay. I'm going to look for that right there. Okay, yeah, sweet. I'll take it. All right, here's your money. Fine, here's your cap. Deal. All right, here's some money. That'd be great, but I'm low on caps. Be nice. I'd like to, but I don't have the money. All right, sure. Yeah, all right. Sounds good. That'd be great. Let's go with sure. Either sure or... What is all this crap? Codsworth. Player barter. Let's go with player. See what... Positive. Let's see, you get all these things from player. You can mutter... what do we say? Nice. Got it. Yes. Sweet. You pretty much know what all those responses do. Let's go over here and just play glad to help. I was glad to help. Where is this place? I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. I'll be already taken care of. I already cleared that place there. Consider it done. Consider it done. There. That's perfect. I don't think I need to put any other things there. It knows it already. Because that is, you know, it belongs to the player. The player says that. Consider it done. But if I'm wrong, well, then I'm wrong. Okay, so end running scene. If you only want the player to say it once, you just put say once, and it'll only say it once throughout the entire time. It'll never say it again. Okay. Consider it done. And the player is going to be the one that says that. And here, the greeting, even though it puts it up here, which is very confusing, this is a greeting. And it's set on player default. You can't move that down here for whatever reason. I don't know. But it's actually, it's not the player that's saying this. It's the NPC that's going to be saying that. And the action is going to take 4 seconds. And then it's going to go straight to consider it done. Okay, so let me remove this face right here. Oh, crap, I deleted the actor. I'm an idiot. Fuck. Hold on. I just deleted everything that I just did. Fuck. Fuck, I just deleted everything I just did. Well, you got it though. I'll just redo it again. I'm meant to delete the damn phase. Okay, so I'll just put 4 seconds. It wasn't anything big. It all was just consider it done. Stupid fuck, man. That pisses me off. Okay, I fixed all the stuff that got. Okay, I think we're back to where we left off. Also, conversations. Okay, can you guys still hear me? Okay, so I think this is all set up. I'm just gonna make sure that all the conditions are met, so that we don't run into any problems along the way.
Hey, my brother Robert here.
Okay, I hope you guys are still joining me in this lesson. This tutorial is going to take a little while, so I think that this is all done. So that's So if all the conditions are met, it will go straight to scene 2. And then when the conditions are met that all the tasks are completed, it will go into scene number 3. So let's go back to the quest objectives. I will go 0, and right here is going to display some text. So display text. Find the location of. Okay, find the location of Jennifer's. Fuck. Jennifer's. Find the location of Jennifer's whereabouts. That sounds good. Okay, whereabouts. Okay, and you could put that later, the target ref. Sometimes it depends on you can link it to certain types of things, but we're not going to do that just yet. Okay, so that's objective index number 0, and then we're going to go to objective index number 10, and go straight to 10 because something changes beforehand. You could add more before, and either clear certain objectives that might be added later, or you just want to stick to these. Normally it's a very straightforward process. You go 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, and and so on. But in case you go back and you need to revise things, you always got all those extra numbers that you can add in there. Okay, so that is not that is all set up and no longer needed. Once again, save it because you are. Okay, so now it has it has an entry. It has an entry, and each fragment when the stages. Okay. So you go straight to 10, and when this thing starts, run on start. No, no, that is incorrect. Don't put run on start. Okay, so what's going to happen here is that you can go set objective. I think it was like this: set objective 0. Or show objective, something like that. Let me just compile this real quick. If something went wrong, set objective is not a function or does not exist. So you got set objective is set objective completed. Show objectives might be. Show objective. This is incorrect, and you can look in another. And of course, use a semicolon to so that is like commented out. Can't just I just cannot remember off the top of my head because I just can't remember off the top of my head everything because there's so much going on. Set stage 10. Set objective displayed. See right there. Let me copy this line right here. Set objective displayed. And what it's going to do is it's just going to show the display on there. All right, I'm having a little bit of trouble, and of course I have to save.
All right, I'm having a little bit of trouble. And of course I have to
Also, my stepbrother's right there again. He's kind of talking to me, and like I'm just, my brain is just like. Okay, that was an easy fix. I just kind of I wrote that wrong. I said show objective. My stepbrother doesn't know anything about the creation kit. He doesn't care whether I'm struggling with it or not. It's I don't want to keep my thing unmuted because it's embarrassing.
Gotcha.
But here we go. Okay, so new actor. Let's go again with the player default, and then new actor. Let's go with the other
Gotcha.
one. And just preparing to, this thing is not going to show up. This is not going to be a part of anything. We're just going to put that there, prototyped for the other one, and okay, so that's going to be an empty prototype. So we go move on from there. If you have some caps, I'll consider it. Okay, so everything's working now, as you can see.
Oh no! This rain is gonna ruin my notes!
All right, it worked. What we created, worked. You know, it's funny. Hold on. Still, it because nobody understands what I'm doing. It's like I'm just sitting here. I'm not doing anything. That's what it looks like to other people. I'm not doing anything. I'm not explaining anything to anybody. Yeah, they know. I mean, I try to explain to them that I am streaming. I'm in the middle of streaming this lesson that we're doing the creation kit and all this stuff. But they don't know what that is. They don't know anything about what I'm doing. So it's just like, oh, he's just sitting there. He's not doing anything. This has been my entire life. Like everybody just looks at it this way. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. And it's like I've been stuck in this situation forever. Nobody gives a fuck. But here we are. We got it to work. You saw that. Okay, I hope you guys are happy. We've gotten further into this, into this whole thing. It said find the location of Jennifer's whereabouts. Did it show the last? I don't think it did. But okay, it didn't show that correctly because it wasn't the other one. They're still talking about how I'm doing nothing. Okay, so there we are. I have successfully delivered the package to Jennifer, and now I will return to Emmanuel to collect my reward. Okay, and that is the text log. As you see now, the log has been added right there. I will not put any notes there. I will just leave it as that because we need some specific aliases that we still need to create so that we can build the quest around them. You're going to have the package, the clock. It's going to put a clock in there. So you're going to add that special clock to the player. How are you going to do that? Okay, so here we got alarm clocks. So I'm going to make a duplicate of the alarm clock, and I'm just going to call it 00 EQ clock item. I don't know, something like that. Okay. So now I click no. So when I rename it, are you sure this object character is used by 0 objects? Okay, so I just rename the copy, and it always asks you if you want to make another copy of it, and I click no because I already made that copy. So here we got the clock item copy, and we're going to call this alarm clock gift. I don't know. So she's getting an alarm clock as a gift. Okay, we're gonna break this lesson. Okay, I'm glad that you guys are learning. That's really that's good. We're gonna cut this down to about like 20 minutes. So we're just gonna make sure that all the items, all the aliases for the next lesson that we're gonna do, and that's when we're gonna start building around what we've already created, and we're gonna have our quest. The player's gonna get the alarm clock as an item. We're gonna create the Jennifer character, the NPC. We're gonna put her somewhere in some kind of a location, a house or something like that, and then maybe like a group of raiders, where you have to fight them in a dungeon or whatever that you need to get through the thing that you came up with. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so now I just created the item, the clock item. Now we got to create the Jennifer thing. Let me look for Emmanuel. This is a very easy way to fix this problem. Okay, so here, so Emmanuel now 00 Jennifer. It would be a good idea to make this a little bit more unique so that it doesn't conflict with any other mods or whatever. Okay, so this is the easiest way to do things so that you don't have to deal with it later. And this is what you need to do. Just okay, from male here, now we got a female. Give it a new okay, so let me give this person a new look. I don't care what what actually she looks like. Just let's make her hair a little bit different. Okay, the white might not go with it. A deep brown seems good. Facial hair color, she doesn't have any. It would be funny if she did, though. All right, I'm just gonna pick something random here. Go to head so that she looks different. Oh my god! Oh my god! Am I still? I'm not on mute, right? She's beautiful, isn't she? Okay, so that's our Jennifer right here. Okay, so I'm gonna hit OK, and we're gonna call her Jennifer and Jenny. Create a new form. Okay, yes. Create a new form, yes. Emmanuel's twin sister. Okay, so there. Saved. Everything's ready. We're set. Okay, we're gonna end this stream right now because I'm gonna have to take off. I'm gonna leave. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. As you can see, all I was doing right here, I'm setting up, I'm prepping up the quest for all the characters. I also have to make sure that the key is also prepped. So we're gonna look for the specific character, the unique character Jennifer, EQ Jennifer. So that she needs to be filled in, just as Emmanuel needs to be filled in, and also we also need the clock. Okay, so this last reference for tonight, so 00 EQ, we're going to call it the EQ clock. This is going to be your quest item. So if it's the quest object, that means that the player cannot drop the quest object because it's going to be, it has to be delivered specifically to Jennifer. So we are going to select a specific reference, object reference. Where are we going to create it? We're going to put create ref to object. I clicked on it, right? There we go. So temp. Here's what we're going to do. When the quest starts, what's taking it so long? It might have crashed. Let me put on my socks. There's a possibility that it might have crashed. Okay, so to finish up this lesson, I'm going to create the temporary, okay, we got the clock item. This doesn't matter because it's not a, it's not an enemy or anything like that. We're going to create the clock inside of Emmanuel. So Emmanuel, all NPCs have their own specific container, container settings. So it's going to be created in Emmanuel. And then when it's created in Emmanuel, it's going to be transferred from Emmanuel, the clock. Wait a minute. You know what? I got a better idea. Why not create it in player reference? No, because here's the thing. Here's where the thing, everything goes wrong. We're going to create it in Emmanuel. He's going to have the clock item. Let me see. I'm just thinking. How do we get a specific reference from one person to another? Get them to drop the item. That's the thing. Create the EQ clock item. You know what? I think that's fine. When the quest starts, the item's created in him. Okay, so that's it. That we're just setting it up. 50-50. That's when it crashes. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, it didn't crash. Good. I thought it did. But okay, so everything's set up. The quest we prototyped the quest. Everything's ready to go. I guess tomorrow we will start. We'll do the simple things. We'll put Jennifer in one place. We'll create the location. We'll put the raiders and all that stuff. As a matter of fact, the good thing that we can do is we can just put Jennifer first. Then after we put Jennifer, we create the level, the dungeon that we're going to make. We're going to make a dungeon where there's going to be a bunch of raiders. And we'll just say that she lives in a place where it's behind all that crap or something. I don't know. She lives in a shitty area. Let's just say that. And so you got to kill all the raiders. You got to get through them to get to Jennifer and to deliver her clock. And then from there, once you deliver her clock, you head back to what's his name, and you head back to Emmanuel and collect your reward. That's it. So how does that sound? For now, there we have an idea, and we can prototype this. Oh, I got so many freaking problems right now. The chances of me ever like being able to stream again for a very long time and do something like we're doing here might not come for a very long time. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing so much of this. She lives in an outhouse. That's the shittiest area I can come up with. That is disgusting, McT. You even put her in fucking Nuka World. That would make sense. That's why she's so difficult to get to, because she's in Nuka World. But no, we're not gonna use any. We're not gonna use any DLC mods. We're just gonna use what we have. Let me go back to this. Okay, I'll think about it. What is this all about? Then go straight to the thing again. Well, I'll do it for a price. I won't do it for free. If you have some caps, I'll consider it. What is he gonna say? Am I gonna get a? Again. Okay, so I should get that thing that I was talking about. There it is. Accept. So I will accept the quest. Okay, yes, I'll accept your quest. And so hopefully, great. I'll pay you 1,000 caps, 500 for the job, 500 for the hazard pay. So once all this text is finished, started Emmanuel's errand. Deliver the package. Find the location of Jennifer's whereabouts. And now he will probably not say the same thing again.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Okay, let me know when you get the job done. Come back to me and I'll give you your caps. So you see, that's it. It works. Okay, let me know when you get the job done and I'll give you your caps. And watch this. Just to show you that if it did create, if it created the item in Emmanuel, it should already be in him.
Seems like they had enough sense to run.
Oh shit, but that's right. Okay, I can't. I forgot I put him to essential. But there might be a way that I can, I might be able to pickpocket him. Come on, Emmanuel. Get up.
Forget it. They're gone.
Get up, Emmanuel. Because that was the one that was talking. Yeah, let me know again. Manny. See, it says Manny right there.
Consider it done.
Consider it done. Maya's the character who's talking. Where do you go? Pickpocket. There it is. See, the alarm clock is in his container. He has it. So that's it for this lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we continue building this quest, and then we go to show inventory. But I wanted to make sure, like it's in him. Oh, you are Maya. I see. Okay. So everything works the way it's supposed to at the moment. And tomorrow we continue making our quest, and we will be doing all that shit. We have prototyped everything that we need. All the items are there. And yeah, thanks for joining me in the stream. I hope you guys had a good time. That's all I got for now. I got to take off. I would continue doing it further into the afternoon, but like I said, stepbrother came and he says I got to go do some errands, and like I said, I need to do these errands anyways. But I was going to stay and continue the stream. But I got to do this. I got to do the things that I got to do. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's RAGEStyle Gaming. Peace out. More lessons, more Creation Kit lessons. Good day.